Okay. Go.
You hand me my screen box.
Now go freak. Rah.
Norman Whitty on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your name again, ma'am? Ma'am, can you state your name? All right, thank you. All right, what happened?
Well, Your Honor, I think we have an agreement, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I should give the court a little bit more background.
Okay.
Ms. Brewer has a son who has some severe difficulties. He's caused some problems in the building such that we can't rent units, and we have tenants who want to move out because of fear for their safety. So none of this is of her making. But the problem is we've got to recover the unit. So what we talked about was a conditional dismissal that would provide that she would have to vacate by April 1st.
By when?
April 1st. And we also discussed that, look, if she's got a lease in hand for another place and she needs an extra week or something like that, we're not going to ask for a writ. But, at this point, I think she did not sign the conditional dismissal. We talked about her rights in her MCR 4.201J and all of that. But to the extent that she wants to address the court, I think that's probably the next step here.
All right. Ms. Brewer, what do you want to tell me?
I just want to say, I apologize. My son he's never been on my lease. He lives with his girlfriend in Jackson, so he comes to visit and he called me up. They were telling me outside that they had complaints about my son. And at the time, that was prior to them having management. There were people in the building that were selling drugs and using meth with needles or whatever, because one of the guys ran out of the unit and he left his door open and it was needles all in the unit. So I'm just trying to understand. I didn't do anything. I don't know my son. Like I said, he doesn't live with me.
Okay. All right. So let me just stop you there for a minute. Counsel was very clear. They're not blaming you for any of that. Okay. So, Ms. Brewer, what do you want to do? You tell me what you want to do. You want to move? Well, you're going to have to move. The question is, they're giving you through March. That's pretty good, actually, because it's about 45 days out.
And the only reason why they won't give me a lease is because of my son, is what they told me. And I explained to them that he's not there. I just need to find something close.
Okay. All right, look.
The son, he spit in my face. And there's no way that he could stay with me. He is my son. I'm just getting tired of being faced with something that's not my fault. He has a debilitating mental illness. That's what the doctor gave him. I had brought the paperwork and showed them that this is his diagnosis, and I could just stop him from coming. But I asked him, did they have any other places in the area? But she said that they couldn't lease to me because of my son. So my thing is, what do you do with children who do have been diagnosed with schizoaffective? And I guess I can't let them come to the house when I move, I guess. I don't know. I'm just a little confused about what to do because I haven't done anything. I'm just trying to get out of here to the difference in the community. I'm with the foster grandparent program, so I work over at Global Tech Academy with third graders when schools resume. And this is why I'm back in college, is because Robin Tauber, the principal, approached me and asked me did I have my 60 credits. Because she was going to put me in class. One of the teachers were leaving. So all I'm trying to do is just be a positive.
No, I got you, Ms. Brewer. Just let me ask you this. Ms. Brewer? It would be fair to say that if you had to tell your son to stay away, that causes you great pain. That's fair?
No, I mean, he spit in my face. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So let me ask you this, Ms. Brewer. Would you want to have something that protected you from your son? So that, and here's what I'm getting at. So that he can't come there. And that if he did come there, there might be police intervention to keep him away from you.
Do that. It's just the third graders that I was working with. I already had the ones that I was working with in Mrs. Nettles' classroom. And they were third graders. They couldn't even count. And they didn't know their ABC.
Okay.
And
All right.
that drew a concern for me. And that's why
I'm not, okay, I get you, Ms. Brewer. Here's what I'm concerned about. All right. What I'm concerned about is that if and when you leave here, you're going to have the same problem in terms of your son.
No, because he's gonna get transferred to Stonecrest again. He had to go to the hospital. And they're gonna transfer him to Stonecrest. He's been there before. That's where this paper is from, the doctor to Stonecrest.
But I thought he was coming out to your place,
I'm sorry.
your son. Doesn't he come to your house?
Yeah, but not, he did. He did. But not here lately.
All right.
And that was just every now and then. He lives in Jackson with his girlfriend and they have 2 children.
All right. So I know you don't want to move, but do you think that is enough time for you to move?
45 days.
And let me just place it into context for you. If I were sitting there meeting with the parties, that's probably longer than I would have given you. So, Ms. Brewer, you had to tell me what you want to do, because I
have to go with your.
well, you don't have to do anything.
I don't know that it helps, Your Honor. We're willing to do a conditional dismissal. The problem is, we have doors with knife marks in it from her son. We have a tenant who's afraid. We have 2 units. We're not willing to lease at this point. So our hands are kind of tied. If we don't agree to something, we have to move forward on this. And I'm very sympathetic to Ms. Brewer. She's she certainly doesn't deserve the situation, but it is the situation we have.
What do you want to do?
I'm in a position that I haven't done anything and I feel
All right. Okay. So, Ms. Brewer, here's what All right, two things. Let me ask you this, counsel, and I don't know if it in any way changes your client's position. If she had a PPO, would that change your client's position on her staying there? Because then there's enforcement at least of if he shows up, there's some mechanism to enforce because you don't have that right now.
The police have been there multiple times for him. He runs through, jumps on a roof, runs away. I believe there's already warrants out for his arrest. And I mean, when we called the police for police reports on his name, they were very, very familiar. So I don't know if that's gonna stop this issue.
And just to address one other factor, my understanding is he's going into an institution for a while, but that'll probably be about 30 days. He's done that before, and then he comes out, and then he's back around, is what I understand is the pattern.
Well, they let him go.
But is he on the lease?
He is not.
No. He's never.
But hold on a second. When he comes down, does he stay in your place?
No, he doesn't stay in my place. He doesn't live with me. He doesn't live with me.
So when he comes down, where is he?
I've been told that he's been living in the apartment, and then we'll see him on the roof and hanging out in hallways, but it does appear that he is having some form of residency.
Pardon?
It seems that he's having he's living in the apartment to some degree.
What's to some degree mean? I mean,
Intermittently.
Yes.
ma'am, does he stay there? All right.
I've never put him on my lease.
No, I know that, but does he come and visit and come in the unit?
He comes outside now because I tell him he can't come in the unit. But now I
Okay,
don't have
but-
that problem because he's at the hospital.
But hold it, before,
Uh-huh.
was he coming down and staying in your unit?
He hasn't stayed. He'll come in here and visit. He doesn't stay.
Okay, maybe I'm using the wrong word. So he's in your unit visiting?
When he comes to the house, I let him in, yeah, but he doesn't stay. He can't stay.
Okay, but here's the problem. And that's what they're talking about in general, that I don't think it's necessarily like him staying overnight.
Yeah, no, he doesn't stay overnight.
I mean, it's he's there at all.
Well, he can't come now because he's getting ready.
Oh, I know. But what I'm saying is he can't come there at all. I mean, are there police reports regarding this individual being at that address?
They would not be in this file since we just filed termination.
Termination, right, but
Had to produce them, I'm sure we could.
here's my question. If there was some assurance, at least as one can determine, that he's not there and can't be there, and that if he were there, that you could get a writ and do whatever, would that be something acceptable to your client? I mean, because here's what I'm having a problem with. What I'm having a problem with is there's a grown child with certainly some issues that are causing a huge problem. She's now being potentially evicted because of that, in part. And the other issue that comes to my mind is whether or not she can, because you've got a subsidy, right?
She has a HAP contract.
Yeah, I don't,
And my concern on that is also if we don't do a conditional dismissal, we could negatively impact her HAP contract. I don't want to do that if I can.
no, I know, but what I'm saying is the termination for the behavior of a guest as terminating the contract can be an issue. But
I think you're typically the tenant's responsible for the behavior of their guests, but more fundamentally, we're off lease, we're month to month.
Oh, right, but you still have your HAP contract.
And again, I'm not trying to put Ms. Brewer in any worse position than we have to. I'm trying very hard to fashion some remedy. Well, it's not going to be great for her. It's better than the alternatives.
All right. Ms. Brewer, have you talked, after last week, you appeared or you didn't appear?
I was going to.
I haven't marked the word here.
I had coverage counsel, but she was there.
Says she was there.
My coverage counsel indicated that she was.
Judge Bauer may have marked it wrong. Okay. So have you spoken with an attorney at all, ma'am? Why not? What?
All I'm doing is trying to pass my classes. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, but ma'am, you're brought in, there are rights given to you, including the right to have counsel. Why didn't you contact legal services, contact somebody regarding what you could do?
I can't answer that. I don't know. I don't know. That's just how my life is right now.
Okay, but Ms. Brewer,
Yes.
that's fine that that's how your life is right now.
Yeah.
All of this is fine, except that you're about to lose your housing. If I decide not to go with anything you guys have come up with, just say there's no tribal issue, just issue your judgment, you're out in 10 days. And somewhere and or another, ma'am, you got to figure out what you're going to do. I don't think anybody here is trying to say you're a bad person or you're this or that. And certainly I'm not. But at some point, you've got to make a decision about what to do. They've given you generous offer. Okay? Here's what I'm going to do. And I realize, counsel, you'll probably do it over your objection, and that's fine. I've been doing that all day to people. I'm going to adjourn it out 1 week. But on this condition, if you come back and want to take what they're offering you in terms of a conditional dismissal and a move out at the end of March or that end of March period, it doesn't get extended out a week. It's the same as what it is now. You understand that, Ms. Brewer? When the rights were being read either today or last week, did you get the number to legal services and their walk-in hours? You heard the rights, right?
Here, I was reading.
Okay. Give Miss Wyland, give her number to 665-6181. And they're write down their walk-in hours. So there's no excuse for anything.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes,
I'm going to be on vacation next Friday. So if I could attend by Zoom and have coverage counsel attend, I would prefer that.
Absolutely. If you can attend, you want to attend by Zoom?
I'll be on the road probably, so it'll either be me or coverage counsel.
Okay, that's fine. Have him fill out, once you make the decision, if you're going to appear by Zoom or whatever, or you can fill that out by Zoom, but if somebody's here, that's good. We'll make it work for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
February 23rd, 2024. What time? 2 p.m.
Thank you.
All right. Brewer, call that number, tell them you want, and then they prefer, we've given you the walk-up hours. They're right down in Ypsi on Washington, South Washington. And those walk-in hours, you can walk in there and you'll be able to talk to somebody about what's involved in this. Understood? Thank you. Thank you, Council.
It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in
Are you
this
kidding me?
life?
Oh my God.
You have got to be kidding me. What is going on today? This is a joke. This is a joke. Today is an absolute joke. We need an interpreter.
I need an interpreter when I cannot express myself sometimes.
Oh my God, sir, put that cigarette out. I don't give a crap that you are outside of this. What is wrong with everybody today? You know what, Miss Reed, we're going to start bringing people in person.
It's not
He's
fair.
going to learn how to act in a courtroom.
Did your time.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Ma'am?
Longer will you suffer in this
Ma'am?
life?
Can you hear it?
No.
Don't give
Okay.
up.
I have no patience for that. And trust me, out of the day, I'm sitting up here, I'm